Hey, beautiful people. So, I get asked most weeks now about psychic protection, and I've been feeling into that. And what I've come to realize it is a pure reflection of how people are feeling about the world around them. There is so much uncertainty, there is so much chaos within the world that people are feeling unnerved. They are feeling like as if the world has become this really unpredictable place because there is so much uncertainty and unpredictability moving through the world and within our collective consciousness, and also freaking through what we are somatically absorbing. I talk quite often about psychic discharge, and I think the fact that there isn't a week that goes by now where I don't receive an email or a message or a question regarding psychic protection, and I think that's really, really profound. It is a pure reflection of what is going on. And it's interesting because a couple of Mondays ago I caught up with a really dear friend of mine. Me and her kind of caught up, sat down, had some supper, shared, and as we do, and time just kind of like, we were talking about time earlier on, time just seemed to kind of fall into itself and collapse. It's like just done strange things, as if it stretched. It was, that's what time does. And we were talking about, she was saying to me, Shane, do you not see how often people will use the word perfect? And then we realised that that's something actually that I say quite often. I think what it is there are so many people using that word like, perfect, because it is, again, it's a subconscious reflection of the fact that the world around us is not feeling perfect. Therefore we're kind of using that word, right? So it's kind of this almost reverse reflection. So the world is not feeling perfect, so they're using the word perfect because there is a want and desire for things to be perfect. Profound, right? So it just shows you what is moving through the subconscious collective consciousness. So talking about psychic protection, over the years my awareness of that has shifted and changed. It's like, as I've been saying over these last few weeks and months, especially the last few weeks, is like we grow through things. So we grow through them, we grow into them, and we grow through them rather than grow out of them, right? So we grow through them. So my ideas, say 20 years ago, around psychic protection are very different to how they are now. One of the things that I have said and stuck to for the last sort of decade is that our attitude is our greatest form of psychic protection. See, the thing is, your nervous system, that becomes your psychic protection. Your nervous system is your psychic shield. I think that we really do underestimate what a rooted, anchored, centered, well-regulated central nervous system can do. It serves as a balm. Okay, so it serves as a balm, it serves as a shield, it serves as psychic protection. And it's not always about staying calm at all times, because that is not how this world and being human in this human experience works. It is about being able to move between states, being able to move between those emotional states without getting stuck in fight, flight, freeze, or even collapse. And as we kind of look out into the world, one of the greatest things that's moving through the collective is uncertainty, is fear. Right, and that becomes this huge psychic discharge. So it's about kind of being able to touch that stuff. I have to, with the work that I do, be able to kind of stand in the center of that stuff, but yet at the same time meet it, touch it, hold it, but not absorb it to the point where it sticks. All right, so I need to move states, move into it. You know, to do the work we do in the way we do, it is pure empathy, knowing, sensitivity driven. So it's kind of about leaning in, feeling it, touching it, holding it, nourishing it, nurturing it, and then kind of shifting back into the center, shifting states without getting stuck in that fight, flight, freeze, or even collapse. You know, when you can stay rooted in your body and within your breath, your energy stops leaking. Okay, it stops leaking, and then you can become this vessel, you can become this embodied clarity rather than confusion. You drop into here and here. This is divine will. This is divine grace, something that we talk about in the soul alchemy journeys and those experiences that we weave and craft, where we bring people together, and so much of that about that is really anchored and rooted into navigating these times through the lens of knowing and seeing, aka holistic mediumship. Okay, so when we kind of drop into this, the divine will, which is that fire, which is that strength, is that will and determination, divine will, and into the divine grace, it's like this center, something spirit call a cauldron of power. That's something that's rose up in the last few weeks as well, a cauldron of power. Divine will and divine grace, grace being the heart, the empathy, the sensitivity. When we can kind of drop into those spaces and drop into that, we become this embodied vessel of clarity, knowing, seeing, rather than confusion. When we drop into here, and after a while of doing so, we activate that divine will and that divine grace. It comes back online. We're born into it, but then it becomes buried and distorted, ruptured and broken down, which is why now I understand what I've said in those previous videos and teachings and transmissions, downloads about attitude being the greatest form of psychic protection. You know, in a world of chaos, your grounded presence becomes protection. Rooted and grounded, being able to stand in it, something that within the Gnostic alchemy traditions, it's about kind of taking that middle road and then being able to fold the chaos into the center, to harmonize it rather than push it away, is to be able to kind of fold it in and harmonize it. And we do that by standing in that place, being able to take that middle road. And the other thing to really think about is, at times, without realizing it, psychic attack can also be a pure reflection and a direct mirror of what you are doing or what you're not doing. Yeah, so it can be a pure reflection, a direct mirror of what you are doing or where your faults are. You could be literally attacking yourself. Thing to think about is, are you hurried? Are you rushed? Is there never enough time? Is there no time? As a good friend of mine says, really good friend of mine, he says, you know, you're either moving through time or you're moving in time. Okay, moving through time, you're running through time. You're always running late. You're bogged down, you're overwhelmed. You could be attacking yourself. Okay, you could be attacking yourself. All food for thought. Let me know how this lands. If you have any questions, drop the comments below, and I always kind of take a look, feel into. It could become a future video. I'm going to leave all of that with you, because it is all food for thought. And as always, keep shining, sending you all so much love.